Learning never exhausts the mind. Nothing strengthens authority so much as silence. I love those who can't smile in trouble, who can gather strength from distress, and grow brave by reflection. 'Tis the business of little minds to shrink, but they whose heart is firm, and whose conscience approves their conduct, will pursue their principles unto death. The greatest deception men suffer is from their own opinions. Art is never finished, only abandoned. Theirs come from the heart and not from the brain. There are three classes of people: those who see when they are shown, those who do not see. Poor is the pupil who does not surpass his master. As a well-spent day brings happy sleep, so a life well spent brings happy death. I have been impressed with the urgency of doing. Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Being willing is not enough, we must do. Nature is the source of all true knowledge. She has her own logic, her own laws. She has no effect without cause nor invention without necessity. The noblest pleasure is the joy of understanding. While I thought that I was learning how to live, I have been learning how to die. Why does the eye see a thing more clearly in dreams than the imagination when awake? Time stays long enough for anyone who will use it. Intellectual passion drives out sensuality. Iron rusts from disuse. Water loses its purity from stagnation. Even so does an action sap the vigor of the mind. The human foot is a masterpiece of engineering and a work of art. The beautiful body perishes, but a work of art dies not. Water is the driving force of all nature. I have offended God and mankind because my work didn't reach the quality it should have. He who loves practice without theory is like the sailor who boards a ship without a rudder and compass and never knows where he may cast. Marriage is like putting your hand into a bag of snakes in the hope of pulling out an eel. The beginnings and ends of shadow lie between the light and darkness and may be infinitely diminished and infinitely increased. Shadow is the means by which bodies display their form. The forms of bodies could not be understood in detail but for shadow. Where there is shouting, there is no true knowledge. He who is fixed to a star does not change his mind. It's easier to resist at the beginning than at the end. All our knowledge has its origins in our perceptions. He who wishes to be rich in a day will be hanged in a year. Time abides long enough for those who make use of it. the human bird shall take his first flight, filling the world with amazement, all writings with his fame, and bringing eternal glory to the nest whence he sprang. Anyone who conducts an argument by appealing to authority is not using his intelligence, he is just using his memory. In rivers, the water that you touch is the last of what has passed and the first of that which comes, so with present time. Where the spirit does not work with the hand, there is no art. The function of muscle is to pull and not to push, except in the case of the genitals and the tongue.